I swear to God, guys, are you guys like me? Are you like me and the Wonder Woman's theme song like just plays in your head? You know, you kind of just do the beat or you just hear it, about 17 times a day on average? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Like, because I'm a drummer and I love the beat, so I'll do that randomly. I'm like about to post a video or I'm like in my car in traffic and I'm trying to like shake myself awake a little bit. I just start going. I'm weird. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that, right, guys? What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Film Junket podcast. The one that I only do twice a month now. As of now, there might be more later. There is going to be more later. And there's going to be a lot of other stuff, too. Like, I'm going to be doing a collaboration with a dude that goes by the name of DCEU Society on Twitter. We're going to be doing this thing. I already kind of told you guys about it. We're just going to talk about crazy crossovers, We're just going to pitch our ideas. It's going to be so fucking crazy. It's going to be nuts. And, so that's going to be at the end of the month. So that's going to be in like a few weeks. I'm actually going to be going on vacation this month for about 5 days. I'm going to Oregon. That's right. Good old Oregon. I got a buddy who lives up there. He moved there last year. So me and another buddy are just going to fly up there, visit, see the sights, have some fun. There you go. I'm still going to very much be posting videos. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to record some, pre-record. I hate that word. Pre-record. How do you do that? The suffix pre. It's like a freaking George Carlin bit. By the way, I'm currently drinking some vodka.
Sprinkle vodka. If you drink the vodka, it's better for you. It doesn't have all the added stuff to it, okay? You could have it ice cold. You wear a thick jacket while you fucking drink the shit. It's so good.
Sorry, that's my Russian accent. I'm actually proud of that accent. Sometimes when I do impressions or accents, I'm not proud. But the Russian one, I'm actually really fun at. I'm really good at, and a lot of people have agreed. There was actually one time when a couple jobs ago where I had to call this one guy who worked for Caltrans. Basically, they handle the highways and freeways in California. And the guy, it's funny because I've dealt with a lot of these guys, and they always seem to be from another country. They always have an accent. And there's this one guy, his name was Vladimir, of course. Vladimir. Up north, and I was talking to him, and he sounded like a Bond villain.
Where do you plan on doing the work at? The overpass is right over. You're talking about the south side.
And it was fucking. I had to refrain from laughing, talking to that guy, And it's just the fact that I wanted him to be like, "Can you say the game's over, Mr. Bond?" I wanted him to say something like that. "Game's over, Mr. Bond." I just wanted him to do something like that. It was funny. Anyways, besides the point, what was I talking about before that? I don't know, because I go off on tangent, guys. That's what's happening. First off, I am getting into the t-shirt making business, guys, and I currently have a store over on Teespring with all kinds of goodies. That's right. So far, I actually have I have 5 t-shirts. Okay, I designed 2 t-shirts, just basic designs that I was just kind of like testing, but they're still going. They're still there. One of them's called, the first one I did was Not Important, and it's like in the label font. It looks like there's like a label put on there. Because when it comes to it, we're not important. We're important to some people, but overall, in the whole spectrum of the planet, we're not important. We think we are. We hope that we are. And social media has given us that voice where we actually really, really think we are, when you start looking at shit. And then I have one called Functioning Alcoholic, which I have always claimed to be. As you know me, guys, I'm a drinker. See, the thing is, though, when it comes to alcoholism, it kind of runs in my family. My grandpa, big time alcoholic. And you know what's funny about that? I have 4 grandpas. Because both of my parents got divorced, and so did my parents got divorced. Jesus Christ, why do I want to get married? I don't. Anyways, my Mexican grandpa, my dad's dad, only grandpa that's alive, and he is the big time alcoholic. Didn't take care of himself, didn't do anything, but he's still kicking All the 3 other ones, they're dead. Rest in peace. All good men, all great. And my my Mexican grandpa, I tell you what, it's just those Mexican genes, man. I tell you what, because my nana, who's 84, 85, she looks like she's in her 60s. Like, she really does. We have some good genes on the Mexican side. That's for damn sure. I tell you what, it's interesting. But she was never a drinker. But he is. He doesn't. I guess he doesn't do it as much. But it runs in the family where it's like, yeah, you want to drink? Let's drink. But see, the way I look at it too, I mean, oh yeah, dude, do you have a problem? No, I don't have a problem because I'm not waking up and just like slamming down something, you know. I'm not drinking throughout the day. Okay, sometimes I have a pop with lunch. Whatever. You go to a restaurant, you go to Applebee's, you go to the Islands, you go to Chili's, you know, you want a beer, you know, especially if work sucks. Just a beer, okay? And occasionally a shot. What? I didn't do that. I didn't say that. Yeah, occasionally. You know, it happens. But functioning alcoholic means I function and I'm fine. Like, when I'm editing at night, I'm sipping on something. When I'm recording and editing, and do you guys notice? Am I going, so, Superman, mustache? Am I slurring? I'm not doing that. Am I doing it right now? No. Because I don't get, some people just get, when they drink, they just get fucking hammered. They binge and blah, you know? I don't actually like to get blackout drunk. I don't. I will stop. If it's coming to that point, I will stop. And then, you know what I do too when I'm out and about? Or even at home, I'll drink water in between drinks. You know, if I have a couple of pops and then all of a sudden I'll just down some water. I'll just, you know, it's the best thing to do because you won't wake up with a hangover. You'll stay hydrated. You'll keep your buzz somewhat. You'll be fine. Be absolutely fine. That's just a trick, you know. It's a common trick. If you're out, you're going to be drinking a lot. Like every 2 drinks, get a glass of water and suck that thing down. And then continue. Just every 2 drinks, do that, okay? You heard it here from the Film Junkie. Some people say every other drink. No. Just do every 2 drinks. You're fine, you know? I mean, I'm not saying it's going to completely not make you have a hangover, you know? It depends on what you drink that's going to get you the hangover. But just do that. You're going to have a serious night of drinking. See, when I drink at home, I'll have a couple of drinks, and I'm fine. You know, just to relax. So that's why I said functioning alcoholic, you know? It's only when it starts really affecting, like if it started affecting my work, if it started affecting loved ones around me, like they started noticing like, dude, you changed, man, you fucking asshole, man, you hurt my feelings. You know, then I would start going, okay, maybe I should hold back a little bit, but that's never happened. Nobody has ever said anything while I was, you know, because I'm a happy drunk, you know, and then like I said, most of the time I don't like to get super shit-faced. You know, I just like to have a good buzz going, relax a little bit, and that's about it, guys. Anyways, back to the shirts. Just giving you a little backstory on me. Hey, you know what? It's whatever. But I really started jumping into it when I was like, all right, I'm gonna start doing this. When the whole Henry Cavill mustache thing, which has just been pretty damn ridiculous, and we'll talk about it a little bit when I go through like the videos on the channel, on this channel particularly. Or like kind of recap the last 2 weeks. But I thought, well, shit, I'm going to design a shirt that has Henry Cavill's Superman, and we're just going to put a giant fucking mustache on him. I'm going to take the S off, and I'm going to put a fucking mustache. Why not? Because, you know, when it comes to the t-shirt making business, and I don't know how people get away with this, but some people will just like straight up, I mean, I saw it on my Instagram, somebody posting about the You Can't Save the World Alone, the Justice League poster that has like their symbols like within it, which is fucking awesome. Like, how do they get away with selling that shit when they don't have the trademark? And see, that's the thing. And somebody actually asked me that too when I designed the shirt. They're like, how do you do this when you got Superman's design? Well, technically it's not, because there's no logos. Okay, there's not the Superman S. Yes, it has his likeness somewhat, but it's a very minimal design, and then he's got a mustache, so it's technically not Superman. It's the Man of Stash. It's Stash Man. Okay? So I could get away with it. I won't get in trouble. But I know, like, there's times too, like on these design websites, because there's a shit ton of them, that people get their shit taken down because of copyright or trademarks, you know. So I'm trying to prevent that. And, you know, as much as I would love to just do like full on, because I have ideas like, oh man, they should do this or that, but it's not my trademarks, you know. I can't do that. So with the Man of Stash shirt, I can get away with it because there's no Superman S. So, and then of course I made a basic Film Junkie shirt, which 2 people have bought. Thank you very much. And and then 8 people, I think, or 7 people have bought the Man of Stash shirts. So, but see, I actually drew that out. Like at my work, don't tell them. Oh my God, I'm gonna get in trouble. Sometimes there's some downtime. Okay, it's a job where it's not consistently like, oh yeah, you just got this amount of work, do it. Sometimes there's a lot of work and I'm swamped, and sometimes there's barely any because I work for a contracting company and I design plans for companies, for communications companies, to run fiber, conduit, and whatever. Like, oh, they need to take fiber from over this spot and run it to this building because this business needs it. So, we survey, and then I, figure out where everything's going, and then I draw up plans, basically, and how it's going, and I have, like, the correct measurements and everything. And then we submit it to them, and then if they need a permit, I submit it to the city, to whatever city they're working in, and be like, hey, they're going to be doing this is what this is what it looks like, this is what's there, blah blah blah. So I'm using AutoCAD, which fuck, man, my friend just texted me. She's at the Metallica concert, and I'm not. It's one of my favorite bands. Yeah, I'm like really, really fucking hating her right now. They played at the Rose Bowl over here in California last week, and I didn't go to that, couldn't get to that because the tickets are already sold out, not to mention they're super expensive. So my buddy who works for Lyft, who's handling the night, was going to get some tickets, but he didn't get any. And then she's taking her husband. Fuck. I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess it would be better for her to take her husband than me, even though we've been friends forever. Anyways, sorry. I just got the text message. You gotta, if you're new to my podcast, you're gonna realize I go off on tangents. It's just the way I am. It's how I talk, So, anyways, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, so I do that for a company. So I use AutoCAD, and some of you might be familiar with that. And that's just a way to draw up this stuff. So, if I have some downtime, I might just draw some shit, just for the shit of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna draw this Man of Stash shirt. So I found a minimal design on Google, and I just kind of referred to that, and then just drew it out, found a mustache, drew that out, and then just put it all together, and then uploaded it to Teespring, and there you go, the Man of Stash shirt. And I think like 7 people have bought the shirts. So, and I know one of my friends bought the shirt, and she bought it for her son, and she sent me a picture of him with the shirt, and apparently everything's tits. I was worried that it was gonna be like low quality and the shit was gonna be bad, but apparently she said no, it's good fabric and the design looks good and everything, so that's good stuff. So I did that. I did a Film Junkie shirt. I still haven't ordered any of my stuff. I need to order these shirts, and I will. I was just trying to get the ball rolling, and seeing like what I'm gonna sell, what's gonna sell and what's gonna not. I guess when it comes to doing this stuff, I kind of like set the bar a little too high. I thought, oh, okay, everybody's talking about Henry Cavill's fucking mustache, so I'm gonna cash in on it, and I'm going to make this cool design. You kind of just think, like, okay, this is what people are talking about. I'm going to, it wasn't like just trying to be a cash grab. I mean, I know we're all trying to make money here. Everybody's trying to make money, and a lot of people, when it comes to, especially online, there's a lot of clickbait shit out there. There's a lot of everything. I understand that, and people accuse me for clickbait as well, and I try not to as much as possible, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that the whole clickbait thing is just turning into one big, like, it's pretty much when people say you're racist, that's become just so totally just useless. Like, you can't even say that to people now. If you just disagree with them when they say one thing, you just say that. You can't. The same with the clickbait. Sometimes that's happening with people too. Not all the time, but most of the time I've been accused for that too. I'm like, how is that clickbait when I just said this? And anyways, but so I was trying to like see what happened with that, and I put like a 50 shirt campaign, and only sold 8. I guess I thought, maybe I'll get more. And then I had this idea of making a Zack Snyder shirt, and I even tweeted it out, and I said, who would be down for a Zack Snyder shirt? I got an idea for a Zack Snyder shirt, and a lot of people were like, yeah, man, do it. I'd be down, and blah, 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 blah. So I designed a Zack Snyder shirt called In Snyder We Trust, because I've said that many times before, and I used one of the best images that we have of him that looks like he's, like, that could be a presidential image. And drew that out, put it on a shirt, bam, 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 thought it looked good. 0 shirts! Jesus Christ. Can't figure out this internet thing, man. Nobody has bought an in Snyder We Trust shirt. Yeah, some people are like, oh yeah, you got to make it a little more detailed. I'm like, no, I was going for the minimal look. You can only do so much on AutoCAD. AutoCAD's mainly for if you're gonna draw something like that, it's gonna be minimal. It's gonna be minimal. What the hell? So yeah. Yeah, I was kind of like thought that one might be big, but I said it a little bit low. I was like, 15 shirt campaign, 0 shirts. So if you guys want some shirts, I'll post it down below. Go check it out. If you feel like having some, maybe I'll figure out a design or something that's gonna hit. It's just difficult. I'm like, damn, man. I really thought the Man of Stash shirt. I thought I would get a bunch of sales. I honestly did. Thought people would totally go for that. And, a good amount did. And then I thought for sure the Snyder shirt because everybody... But, of course, you guys out there, you fucking weirdos, want me to put Zaddy on the shirt. God! Can't! It's weird. It's just too weird. I don't know. Maybe I'll give into it, but you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna swallow my pride and I'm gonna make a shirt that has Zaddy on it, and only one person or something's gonna fucking order it. So it's gonna happen. It's alright. I'm gonna keep making shirts. I'm not like gonna stop. I mean, I'm gonna think hard about a good design of something, and I'm thinking about doing like a different kind of Film Junkie shirt like that has to incorporate the bat logo, but I gotta make it where it doesn't. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. And, my Film Junkie shirt, it's just basically just says Film Junkie in some different font. I'm going to probably get to a point where I'll put my face or like a minimal version of my face where you don't really see you just see my head and you see my hair because my hair is distinctive because I have messy, spiky hair. And then glasses, black rim glasses. That's also a predominant feature on my fucking head. So I'm probably just going to have minimal face with no eyes, no nothing. You just see the shape with the spiky hair and the glasses. Oh, God, I got to sneeze. Bless me. Anyways, so yeah, those are coming. Uh-oh. It's never good when you get a text message that says, oh, shit. That's not good for anybody. So what's going on here? What are we pissed at? Well, we're pissed at a lot of things. We're pissed at the Confederate. Still. It's because those Game of Thrones guys want to make a Confederate movie as if the South won or whatever the heck, the Confederacy won. So like one of those alternate reality series. And of course, outrage culture, with Whitey, you can't do it. And I've had some debates with people, people who are of color. And, they talk about their concerns, and what's sad is they're going after Judd Apatow. And it's funny because Judd Apatow is usually on the other side of this. He's usually the one, saying, hey, this, that, and this. But, of course, he does work for HBO, so, of course, he's not going to say that. Judd Apatow is going to back this thing up. And he says, yes, you got to back up art, And if you don't like it, if it offends you, then don't watch it. But we don't even know what's going on yet. And this is absolutely true. And it's funny because people are now throwing, his movies are just, have no people of color. He's always white. And it's funny because I hate that. It's like, okay, so should we go to Tyler Perry and be like, hey, you have no white people starring in your movie? But, of course, no, we're not going to say that. Because you can't. And this is what's so dumb. It's like, yes, when writers and filmmakers, whatever ethnicity they're usually writing characters for that. That's just a natural thing, okay? It's just naturally the way things are. I mean... If you're Mexican, guess what? You're gonna write a Mexican lead. If you're Asian, same thing. Black, and it's always black and white. We never want to. Who cares about Asian and Mexican? First off, Asians are kicking ass. I mean, I can't. We can't. When I did cable, I mean, you go into Asian communities, they're just all kicking ass. And not to mention, and I have a bunch of Asian friends, and they totally back me up on this. Some of the most racist people, are older Mexican people. I shit you not. Okay? They don't like whites, blacks, Mexicans. They don't. And I have Asian friends that go, oh yeah, you're absolutely right, because they have grandparents that are just extremely racist, but they keep it to themselves. They keep a lot of things to themselves, and then they just kick ass. And that's why they're doing that, and actual Middle Eastern Indians are kicking more ass than everybody else. But yet, Whitey over here, yeah. White privilege. That's what I got. I only have half white privilege. Yeah, I got one of the... I don't have, like, the big white privilege cards. I have, like, one of those small ones you put on a keychain. So it doesn't work as well, sadly. Damn it. Yeah, pull that thing out. Sometimes they laugh at me because it's so small. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. Yeah, you know, when it comes to the Confederate thing, the no Confederate, first off, I'm like, shut up. Stop getting outraged over something you haven't even seen yet, because it seems like to me, like, if this is about a movie that there's still slavery and stuff currently, and, you know, it's about the Confederacy, blah, 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 something tells me that probably it's going to focus around, there's going to be some black characters that it's going to focus around that's going to try to overcome this. And it's going to be like, you know, like something with that. All right. We have that whole, like, the castle, I forgot what, like, the last castle or some castle, Man in the High Castle or some shit, show that's on, that shows, like, if the Nazis were to actually taken over and currently what would it be like. You know, we have that show, but, you know, that I think that came out before outrage culture really kicked into gear. And then, of course, Amazon's going to have one where they call Black America, where, you know, blacks have, like, become, like, the dominant race in the country. So they're going to have their version, too. But God forbid we can't have both. We can't have it. Guys, if you don't like it, if it offends you, if it's insensitive, okay, I understand that. I totally 100% understand that. But guess what? There's about 10,567 other shows that you can watch, or just, you know, whatever, that you can watch. You don't have to watch it, okay? Let them do their thing. And it's not going to promote, I don't think it's going to promote like, oh yeah, the whitey needs to rise and take back blah, 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 whatever. No, it's not going to be like that, okay? This is what I fucking hate, because we always focus on the small numbers, okay? And I even saw like a tweet, somebody from Marvel or something, like tweeted about a group of women and something about milkshakes. I don't know. I didn't look into the whole thing. She tweeted out about, you know, the group of women, you know, and then like there's probably about 3 or 4 assholes out there that said some shit. Oh, this is why, you know, Marvel's fucking suffering. They just said some really sexist shit. And she made it sound like it was everyone. But if you actually looked at all the positive people and the people that came to her defense, it was overwhelming. But yet, she played victim and was like, oh my God, this is what the problem is. And, you know, and I said this too when the whole Leslie Jones thing happened, you know, a while back. I kept looking, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit that people are sending, but there is a lot more people that are defending her and saying positive shit. And that's the thing, we always want to focus. We've developed this victim and outrage culture where we just always need to be pissed off at something, you know? And we always have to bring it up to the light of day, like you know, to make it seem like the world is so much worse than it actually is. There are people that absolutely fucking hate this country, but they'll never move because why? It's the best country in the world when it comes to a lot of things. I mean, you might not agree if you come from another country. That's fine. You know, I mean, that's mainly, I guess you could say, subjective. You know, I can't, you know, I'm just saying there's a lot of opportunity here, and a lot of people think that there's not, and think that we're just in such a shithole. And, I mean, there's some, I mean, we got a lot of shit to fix, of course, but to make it seem like we're back still like in the 1940s, it's ridiculous. But yeah, what was I talking about? I totally just freaking went off on a tangent, and then I went no. But the whole non-Confederate thing, I mean, I don't even think I'm gonna watch it, you know. And you don't have to watch it. That's the thing. You don't have to watch it. And it's funny too, because somebody actually said like there's not really much black content out there. I'm like, what? There's a whole channel dedicated to black content. Not to mention there's the shows like Empire, Blackish, Scandal, and there's a bunch of shows out there that have black leads that are really popular and everything. But who cares, right? We got to keep the narrative alive. But yeah, when it comes to that, it's dumb. Don't attack Judd Apatow. I mean, he says some stupid shit no matter what. But I mean, you know, that's just normal. It's a normal thing, you know. If you have a black writer, he's gonna write black characters. You have a white writer, you're gonna white. But see, like I said before, there's no like really in between. I'm half Mexican. How much Hispanic content is there out there, guys? Huh? How many superheroes are there? Zoe Saldana? Yep, she's a half. And then we got Jay Hernandez, who played Diablo. Yeah, him too. Yeah, that's about it. But do you see me like caring or like going, oh my God, because you know nowadays even if you're half, you're whatever the minority is, you know we always have like half, you know, half black, half white. Oh, that she's white or she's black, she's absolutely black. I'm like, no, she's not. I'm darker than she is. I can have a darker tan than she is. And I'm just getting into this political shit, and I don't even want to. I don't want to. Why am I doing this? That's just what I do. Sometimes. I'm just talking about other things. But you know what? It's just, we just want good shit. That's what I'm saying. You know, and everybody keeps pointing out, oh, Dunkirk's racist. Christopher Nolan's racist. And it's just, when I see that shit, I just go, are you fucking kidding me? There were black and Muslim soldiers in there. I'm like, yeah. But he was focusing on these 3 points of view and focusing on this. I remember seeing the black soldiers in there. He had them in there. It wasn't like he didn't have them in there. They were there. But it's just like mainly it was these kind of soldiers. And he was focusing on these kind of soldiers. And he didn't care about being politically correct or anything like that. It's called an artist, okay? You know, it's funny too because like when I just see about like shows and everything and movies, you know, from the 90s, I'm like, how is it that people just don't think that? And I've said this many times too. My favorite actor in the 90s, you know, from like probably 95 to about 2000 was Will Smith. Okay? Will Smith was my favorite actor. I loved everything he was in. I loved The Fresh Prince. I even listened to his goddamn music, getting jiggy with it. That was before. I even liked his other stuff. Summer, summer, summertime. Come on. Him and DJ Jazzy Jeff. I listened to that shit. I did. Oh, fucking A. When I moved to California, I was on the ride. Did Nate Dogg and Warren G. Huh? Some Tupac? Fucking A. I listened to that. You know, and I remember seeing something on my feed from Netflix, like, they were talking about, I need to see me up on the screen. You know, me. I want to see me. And I'm going, God damn it, you guys are the biggest fucking narcissist. And I hate it. I hate it. It's like, no, I got to see myself. I need somebody that looks like me represented on the big screen. And I'm going, Jesus Christ. My favorite actor, who I loved, and I was like, yeah, man, he's funny, he's this, that, I look up to this guy. It was Will Smith. He's a black man, and I'm a half white Mexican guy who looks mainly white. My favorite baseball player when I was a kid, and nobody questioned it, nobody cared, was Ken Griffey Jr., another black man. Fucking wanted to be like him more than ever. I wanted to be a baseball player. So I was right-handed. He's left-handed, so that was kind of fucked up. But I actually tried to bat left-handed, and I would try to copy his stance. Okay? Nobody questioned it. Nobody cared. And you know how many people, like, you know, look at LeBron James. There are a bunch of white kids that look up to that guy. Nobody cares. I don't need to see myself up there. But people who say that shit, that I need to see myself up there. You know, you're the biggest narcissist. You really are. You know, I don't need somebody that looks exactly like me up on the big screen to resonate with that character, to like feel what that character is going through. I don't need that. Okay? And we're developing a bunch of people, and there are people who are adults that are still that think like that. Like, I need to see something like that. It's just like, you know what? If you were able to see yourself in somebody else that was a different ethnicity or like had a different sexual preference or gender up on the screen, there are women. Fucking Ripley, man. Who didn't look up to her? Any guy, kid, boy, whatever. Fuck no. You know, we all did. Ripley was a badass. I always loved her. You know, but there's these people, I need to see me. It's like if you could see yourself in somebody that's not your gender or not your race, that's true. That's being progressive. True. Truly progressive. But no, everybody wants to segregate. I mean, I saw there was like some kind of, I think it was, I don't know, it was an article that said, is it right for white people to write black stories? Like, really? So you guys are trying to segregate. You know, we fought to not have any more segregation, and now everybody wants to segregate again. It's just, I don't know. It's just the stuff I'm complaining about. Anyways, let's go through the past 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Some of you probably already clicked off right now. Oh, man, Dave's talking about political shit. God damn it, Dave. You're supposed to talk about movies all the time. Hey, sometimes I'm just going to talk about things in life, you know. You know, like things in my life. I mean, everything's pretty good right now. I'm pretty settled in my new place. You know, things are going pretty good. I mean, that, you know, just trying to just work to get something. I mean, I got my dad who's going to be going through a little bit of a thing. So I'm going to be there hopefully for him, you know, and there's always a possibility I might end up moving to Vegas because, you know, it's just, that's a place I could see myself going to. I mean, California sucks, guys. I mean, it can. a lot of people flock over here, because there's a lot of opportunities. It's a big state. There's, especially in the entertainment field, you want to be like close to Hollywood. But you know what? When it comes to this YouTube thing, I'm not trying to be like, the next PewDiePie or something, or the next Jake Paul. That fucking idiot. That kid is just, he's going down a road, and he's going to end up just being bankrupt and going back to his mommy and daddy. I'm not trying to be like that. I want to be successful, yes. And it's happening. It's happening slowly, but it's happening. I mean, I'm going up and up and up, and I appreciate you guys listening to me, even if you don't agree with me. That's fine. And that's the problem. It's one of the main problems that plagues our society now. It's like, you don't agree with me? Oh, fuck you, man. You're this. I don't want to talk to you. No, I'm open to have a debate, an open discussion about ideas. It's all about ideas. You don't have to agree with everything I have to say. That's fine. I don't have to agree with everything you say. But if we can have a civil discussion about it and then come up with some conclusions, that's what we're supposed to do. But when it comes to California, yeah, I mean, California is very liberal. I mean, it's almost useless to vote for a president or anything in California, because it's just going to be, it's a blue state. It is. I mean, I went libertarian because I consider myself more libertarian, even though that's not when anything. I'm just more center. I just kind of back up and look at the right and the left fighting. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. Even if I really thought like Republican president's going to be awesome, I'm going to fucking, I'm going to vote for him. Yeah, you don't do that in California, because it's just always going to be blue. Even though, there's no, a lot of people even say, and I've even gotten this before, oh yeah, he's a Trump supporter. I'm not. I didn't support the guy. The guy's a moron. There's a lot of things that I agree with him, and a lot of things that don't. I think he needs to get off goddamn Twitter and stop. Just do your goddamn job. Of course, every little thing that the guy does, it's like, really, you're going to just take every little thing, even if it's a good thing. And then, I'm not even going to go into that. I've already been too political. Anyways, guys, let's just talk about what happened in the last 2 weeks. We got Henry Cavill's mustache. Yeah, all that stuff. It's fun. And then, of course, we got stupid people thinking that that last Justice League trailer was thanks to Joss Whedon, because they're morons. Yeah. And then we had the Snyders and Ayer losing their creative control in the DCEU. And who knows? Maybe they have. But I think if they have, they've relinquished that control. If the Snyders decided to do that, it's because of the tragedy that they fucking endured at the beginning of this year. Okay? So I don't think it was just... everybody likes to think like they know what's going on behind the scenes, but no, they don't. Then we had Henry Cavill clearing up the whole mustache gate. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, they say like the visual effects they would take forever. They would have to have a bunch of teams. It would cost a shit ton. I think this is just overblown bullshit. I honestly think Warner Brothers is paying people to leak shit out, and I don't know. It's very strange. I made a video called, will Superman make a cameo in Shazam? I believe he will. Why not? They didn't announce a Man of Steel 2 movie, And then I made a sarcastic, funny video that, because everybody was posting like, oh yeah, it's confirmed, the new Justice League poster was inspired by Alex Ross. I'm like, yes, logic stipulates that. God, I mean, they're standing right there, and they all have color palettes and just very much in an Alex Ross way. Of course they are. Even the first poster when they're all... Oh, people. I don't know. And I saw Atomic Blonde. I wanted to like it more, but I didn't. Action was great. There was a one shot in there on a stairwell that leads to outside that was absolutely fantastic. Charlize Theron was gorgeous and kicked a lot of ass. Didn't really dig her British accent. Kind of annoyed me. But, still thought it was good, There you go. She was a spy who's a woman, so yes, we don't need a female James Bond. We already have one, kinda. I'm going to do a video on that whole thing. Anyways, and then there was a new It trailer, who, fucking awesome. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great. It's scaring me. It's starting to make me have a fear of clowns. It's just the voice. He's gonna have a weird voice. Sometimes it sounds like a kid, sometimes not. I don't know. It's weird. David Ayer shoots down Gotham City Sirens rumors with a tweet, which he tweeted out like a "Here's Johnny" looking Harley Quinn image, which was great. I mean, who knows though? I mean, he could just be doing that. I honestly think like people are just going like just these guys and their fucking sources. It's I don't know. I don't understand it. It's really weird. Ben Affleck signs on for the Batman trilogy and Batman Beyond. Woo! Oh, God, when I read that, I mean, I immediately thought it was bullshit, but I wanted it to be true. And I still think at least the trilogy part is going to be true. If Matt Reeves has an idea for a Batman trilogy with this older Batman that we currently have, Ben Affleck is going to do it. He said it himself at Comic-Con. He would gladly be an ape for Matt. And I don't know how many times I'm going to have to fucking say it. And I know you guys agree with me, but Ben Affleck, when he first came into the world, I mean, he wanted to make movies. And him and Matt Damon wrote an excellent screenplay. But then it seemed like Ben Affleck was just trying to I'm going to do this movie, that movie. He was doing a lot of movies where, as far as career, I mean, he worked with Michael Bay twice, guys. And he made fun of Michael Bay. Apparently, what I heard on the set of Armageddon, he actually questioned Michael Bay about, wouldn't it be easier for NASA to train actual astronauts to work this drill rather than sending up fucking drillers up to the space? And apparently Michael Bay said, shut the fuck up. I mean, yes, absolutely, Ben. But then you don't have the movie like Armageddon. And Armageddon's a guilty pleasure. It really is. It's one of Bay's good movies, good fucking mindless, brainless movies. It is. It makes no sense, but it's good. My favorite Michael Bay movie is still The Rock. Welcome to The Rock. That's still my favorite Michael Bay movie, followed by Bad Boys. Bad Boys 2 is also good. I mean, those movies are great. I'm actually looking forward to Bad Boys 3. I mean, the dynamic with Smith and Lawrence just really fucking works, and the over the top action's great. Warner Brothers planning on a campaign for Wonder Woman. Yes, this was like a big, huge thing. It was a big, huge thing, and I'm like, nope. Best Picture, nope. Some people disagreed, which is fine. It's totally fine. I mean, they campaigned for Superman Returns, for fuck's sake. Superman Returns. Even though there's a lot of elements in Superman Returns that are absolutely fantastic, I like the flashback scenes, and I like that jet sequence. Very well done, but then it just starts to come unravel after a bit. And it just gets annoying. And Brandon Routh, I mean, as much as he did a great Christopher Reeve impression, I just couldn't, he looked like Superboy to me. I mean, he looked so young, and I can't deal with that. But, Wonder Woman was great. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, the third act was, as much as, there was a lot of cool shit in there, it was the weakest one. It was the weakest act. Ares was kind of, some of that stuff was not that great. It wasn't as, I don't know. It just was a little weak, and just, there's nothing in there that is Academy Award worthy. Except for, the normal stuff that these movies are usually falling under, which is special effects and cinematography, stuff like that. I just don't see it as that. And you know what? I mean, a lot of people go well, yeah, these movies never get recognized. Well, Dark Knight did. Should have got nominated for Best Picture. I mean, when it comes to an Academy Award-winning film, it's just one of those films where you just walk away and you're just sitting there it just really I don't know. It's hard to explain. Because at the same time, I kind of go, well, why couldn't Wonder Woman be Best Picture, It very well could be. I mean, it's a very well-done movie, There's a lot of movies that are very well done. I mean, and it does suck when these award shows, I mean, some of them do, but, award shows don't recognize these types of movies, or they don't recognize, comedies or something. Because writing comedy and filming it and editing comedy where everything has to, flow and it has to hit, that's difficult, man. It's fucking difficult. And some movies that are that just make you laugh from start to finish and you love the characters, I mean, those movies should really receive awards. And then when it comes to these movies, it's 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 almost like, when I put on Avengers or something, there's just something about that movie that's just so satisfying from start to finish. Like, it's just balanced so well. And even with, like, Captain America Civil War, I'm going on the Marvel side here, where it's just start to finish, these movies are just like, yes. It just works and flows. Wonder Woman, yeah, is up there too. Not as much as those two. But, I mean, if we're going to talk about anything this year, it's Logan. It's fucking Logan, man. The performances, the story, it all just, it's just so good. It's just so good, guys. I don't know. Like, so if any superhero movie is going to get nominated, I mean, when they were campaigning for Deadpool, I was like, no, come on. Even though I thought that was going to be even more of a task, and that was more of a task. There's some people that need to realize trying to get Deadpool on the big screen was even more of a task than getting Wonder Woman on the big screen. I know a lot of people don't want to say it like that because why did it take this long for a Wonder Woman? Well, it's because she has a truth whip and an invisible jet. How hard is that to fucking get up there? Not to mention, they've tried. They've tried a couple of times. There was going to be a TV show. Well, not the big screen, but the small screen. And they've been talking about it for a while. They were going to do a Justice League movie in 2008 that had Wonder Woman. Okay? It was going to happen. They were always open to it. But I think they just needed to establish the universe, and they were like, okay, yeah, right now is a good time. It was an absolutely perfect time for a Wonder Woman movie, okay? When it came to Deadpool, they had to shoot footage that they submitted to Fox, and Fox said no, and they had to leak it to get that fan response. They didn't have to do that with Wonder Woman. Of course not. Yeah, I mean, Deadpool was like even more of a challenge. Not to mention, it had to be in the superhero genre, and it had to have a good amount of humor. Really, like, wow, an awesome amount of humor. So yeah, no Wonder Woman for best pick. Come on, Logan for sure, but no. Robert Zemeckis directing a Flashpoint movie. I had that revelation, and it just stuck with me, so I shared it with you guys. I mean, somebody actually today we had civil dispute, disagreement, and we were totally cordial, and I commend this guy for saying, he said that Robert Zemeckis hasn't had a good movie since Castaway, and I strongly disagree. I think Flight and The Walk were underrated to audiences, even though Flight was a little more popular. Both critically praised, both great movies. Beowulf and Polar Express kind of set a bar, and then he kind of misunderstood that. I was all, because he was like, no, Avatar kind of set the bar. I'm like, no, he set a bar. A bar. Uh-oh. Okay, something happened here. Hold on a sec. I'm getting text messages from two friends that sent me images. Anna Faris? What the fuck? No way. Oh, they both sent me. Anna Faris and Chris Pratt have called it quits. Oh, fuck. Oh, there's just no love in Hollywood. You would have thought those... No, you know what? I saw it coming. I saw it coming. Are you kidding me? This is why I saw this coming. You know why? Because when Anna Faris and Chris Pratt met, Chris Pratt was the chubby dude on Parks and Recs. Okay? That's what he was. Now, Chris Pratt is leading man in a big, huge franchise. 2 big, huge franchises. He's slimmed up. He is all about fitness. He is, like, shredded. Guy's fucking shredded. Girls love him. I mean, my ex totally fell for him. She didn't really know who he was, but totally fell for him when we went and saw Magnificent Seven. So, and then she's just still Anna Faris, just doing her thing. She's got her show and stuff, and I knew it was going to happen. I just had that feeling, but damn. Oh, well. That's funny, because I was like, wait, one of my friends, these are both 2 lady friends. One of them was like, oh, God. And I saw like image attachment. I was like, well, maybe it's just something weird. And then all of a sudden another female friend sent me an image. I'm like, I better look at this. And sure enough, they both sent me that right now. Yeah, when you're in Hollywood, this is what, man. And they have a kid together, 1 kid. I think he has like a mental disorder too. Like autism or something maybe, or something. I don't know. It's hard, man. When you I don't understand how these guys do it in the entertainment field. It's got to be super difficult. You're months apart when you're on set. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. It's crazy. Shit, I gotta get going here, man. It's like already 45 minutes. Ghostbusters 3 might be happening with the CGI Harold Ramis. What I said in the video, I was like, you know what? If it's okay with the family, it's okay with me. Simple as that. We don't determine that. They determine that. Jeff Johns talks Aquaman DCU character, but gets misquoted. Yeah, a lot of people on the DC side were shitting on Jeff Johns because they thought he was like shitting on Snyder, which he wasn't. Some of the DC side is been getting on my nerves, man. Like, for instance, a couple days ago, some stupid fucking 17-year-old gave shit to Robert Garcia, the Long Beach mayor, who is a big DC fan, DCEU. He tweets about it all the time. He's giving shit to him. And everybody, like, went after him. And I'm going, you guys are getting, like, crazy over a 17-year-old who's a troll and who is loving every minute of this. You guys put him in the spotlight. And that's the problem. You guys put trolls in the spotlight. That's exactly what they want. You're totally, they're putting a bait out there, and you totally bit. It's like, no, I didn't even talk. I didn't even comment about it. I commented. I was like, no, let's not lose sleep over a fucking 17-year-old. Dumb. Suicide Squad 2 director, frontrunner, passes. Yeah, even though a lot of sites were like, oh, that Suicide Squad lost another fucking director. No, you guys are assholes. You're making it dramatic. I actually got in a little, it ended up being civil. Hey, how about that, guys? Even though I'm a dick, I can have civil disputes with people. The guy with comic book cast, or whatever the heck, comic book cast, Armin or whatever. I told it, like, I watched his video, and he said that, according to Deadline, you know, it was creative differences, and he was being ultra dramatic, so I called him out. I'm like, you're being way too dramatic, and the Deadline article you're talking about has no mention about creative differences. And you know what happened? He didn't even fucking read. He didn't read the article. And this is what's the problem here. Okay? And I knew he didn't read the article because it had no mention of it. And he said he read somebody who sourced them. He read their article. And I'm like, yes, this is what happens. The source gets jumbled up. People add to it, add to the dramatics. You can't do that. You have to look at the actual source. And he didn't. And it made him look like a dumbass. But we had a cordial thing, and he even said, like, oh, you can make a hate video about me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to make a fucking hate video about you. Just letting you know. And then he was totally cool. I'm like, I'm not a shill. Because that's what they ended up talking about. Anyways, shill. I hate that fucking. Aquaman movie. We'll have Bumblebee as competition, which is really stupid, Paramount. You guys need to change that. That's so dumb. David F. Sandberg is awesome. I love his tweets. But although he's starting to get he made that Martha joke. And it made it to comicbook.com, and a lot of people got pissed off. Yeah, he's starting to realize like how this comic book movie community works, man. It gets pretty crazy at times. Wonder Woman marketing outrage. Where's the Dark Tower marketing outrage? Yeah, that's the question I had. Even though it's very strange. I mean, I saw it at 7:19 because 19 is relevant in the universe. Even though it's like not really explained at all in the fucking movie. That was pretty much the marketing I saw, you know, and it's funny how just people didn't give a shit. People didn't give a shit, and we all know why, because of female. I mean, as much as people are like, oh, you're fucking ignorant, you're dumb, that's not the reason. It is the reason why, okay? God damn. And if Wonder Woman gets nominated for Best Pick, it's because of political reasons. It will be because of that. I don't care how good you thought it was. It's just that would be the reason. And yes, I did see Dark Tower, and it was disappointing because they were trying to cram way too much in an hour and a half. And like I said, there was a lot of things that just weren't explained, and there's so much there. So yeah, they are doing a TV show because they already knew that this movie was gonna fucking shit. It was gonna shit itself in the box office. So looking forward to that because there's a lot of cool shit in there. Justice League poster that was promo art from some stupid company that just made a poster that looks like shit that says "United We Stand." It's supposed to be Unite the Seven or Unite the League, not United We Stand. It's a Civil War stupid shit. Wonder Woman rumored for Flashpoint. No shit! Now, okay. There's a couple things about this. One thing is, yes, the general public is not going to know about Flashpoint. I get that, so they're going to post. These sites are going to post about that. Yeah. Because they want to get the word out there. Hey, guess what? You know that Wonder Woman movie? You know Gal Gadot, who you loved as Wonder Woman? She's going to be in the Flash movie. Okay, I can understand that. But to say rumored, Okay, when we know she's a pivotal part of the story, just like all the Justice League members are. I mean, they're not going to just make a Flashpoint movie and not have anybody else in the movie. That wouldn't be Flashpoint, okay? They've already done a version of it on the CW, which I have not seen yet because I've been waiting. I'm starting to fit. I'm going to finish Gotham, and then I'm going to go right to Flash and Arrow and all that shit. That was a different version of it, but it still had multiple other characters in it. We knew like there was going to be a Flashpoint. Flash, it was gonna affect Arrow and Supergirl and whoever the fuck else. Okay, it's just the fact that these sites that are comic book sites are saying rumored. That's where I get really like, what the fuck gave? She is going to be in it, and you know what? I still haven't shot my Flashpoint movie. Actually, my Flashpoint video, I did, but it sucked because I was super tired and I just wasn't thinking correctly. But come on, guys. Do you really think? I mean, I honestly think there still might be just a regular Flash movie, and the Flashpoint movie might be a Justice League movie. Who knows? Because they're all in it. They're all take apart. Everybody gets affected. Okay. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Flashpoint is Justice League 2. You heard it here first. I just wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know, I definitely could be wrong, but who knows? Why the Nightwing movie wasn't mentioned at the Warner Brothers panel? Okay, yeah. Well, Chris McKay came out and he said we're taking our time. Well, he wants to get it right, which I'm totally okay with. And then, of course, today, the Justice League trailer theories of who Alfred is talking to at the end. And a lot of people just keep hitting me with, oh, because I said, like, well, look at how frightened he is. I mean, yes, it's obvious that it's mostly, I'm like 90% sure that it's Superman. But the fact of the matter is that there's a chance that it's not Superman. It's created a discussion, and everybody's going to be discussing it to the release. And that is great marketing, Warner Brothers. Good job. That's all I have to say about that. But when it came to why is he frightened, because that's what I'm like wondering. Like, if he was just seeing normal Superman, to me, he wouldn't be frightened. Okay, especially if Bruce said, "Hey, he's coming back. Motherfucker's alive. He's normal. He's normal Superman. He's probably gonna show up. Be okay, you know." But the fact that he just looks frightened just kind of throws it off. And it's like it very well could be him, but is he like disfigured? Is he different looking? I don't know. That's what throws it off. And a lot of people are like, wouldn't you be frightened too if somebody came back from the dead? You're like, okay. But if it's Superman and Bruce was like, hey, he's coming back. He's going to be alive. He is a being. You know he's good. This is Superman, for God's sake. He's not going to hurt you. I think Alfred wouldn't be that unnerved and, you know, whatever. It's just everything that they did. They just really emphasized the fright factor in that part with the ripples in the drink, the little sound effects that are there. I mean, yes, that could just be part of the trailer and the score and shit. But it seemed like they emphasized it a little too much for him to just be like, hey, what's up, Alfred? I know your son, or not your son, but you know what I'm saying. I know Bruce, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we had a little tiff, but I'm going to go help him out. It just seems like there's something else, you know? There's more to it. There really is. There's that. It's not just going to be regular Superman. Or it's going to be somebody completely different, okay? That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people are just going to keep on saying that. Like, oh, it's just a frightened, you know, wouldn't you be frightened when it's dead, you know? And it's just, I can't fully buy that. Alfred. You realize this is probably an Alfred that is a very well of the Lazarus pit that brings back people from the dirt. Okay. Let's see. Let's start answering some questions here. Remember, if you want to ask me a question, the best way to do it is using the hashtag the film Junket podcast. Okay. My buddy James. Say, when are you starting your t-shirt empire? Well, I already did, bud. It's already there. It's already started. So, we'll see where it happens. Maurice Quashi asked me, do you think Armie Hammer rumored role in the DCEU will be revealed in Justice League? It'd be awesome. You know, I actually saw that he was in London recently. It's a little interesting. Not going to lie. I guess we'll see what happens with that. That was pretty interesting. I don't know. Let's see, Mr. Everts asks, who would you cast as Nightwing, and if Leto walks out, who would you choose to replace him? Ooh, Jesus Christ. That's a couple of loaded questions there, man. I'm going to do a video on the Nightwing casting eventually. You know, I actually think they should just go with an unknown, honestly. If Leto walks out, who should replace him? I don't know. I don't think he will, but if they had to, they would have to get somebody that's similar. And off the top of my head, I can't even really think of anybody, you know, because they still got to have it fit. If they're going to continue on this DCEU, they're going to still have that Joker. So yeah, but yeah, hold off on the Nightwing one. I will do a video on that. So yeah, hold on that one. I'll answer that one. Ulysses Batman, classy Ulysses. Steppenwolf is more active on trying to get the mother boxes on his first JL movie than Loki did in the. Okay, that's not a question. Wait, then Loki did what? Loki was looking for mother boxes? He was looking for the Tesseract. Come on. And he already had it. He already had it in his disposal, right? He wasn't looking for the Infinity Gems. That's Thanos. Thanos was looking for the Infinity Gems. Loki was just looking for. He was just looking for the Tesseract. That's all. JGG, Bobby. A lot of numbers. Do you think Warner Brothers will ever allow an R-rated Batman movie with horror and detective elements in it? Yes. Who knows what Matt Reeves is brewing up? You never know. You fucking never know. I highly doubt it. But if maybe not in this round, maybe in the next round they'll fucking push the boundaries. I don't know. See what happens. Duba Fisherman said, your thoughts on Ezra and Rey video where they play with their own action figure? That was awesome. Because I would be the exact same way. If I had my very own action figure of myself in like a superhero costume of a superhero I've been watching or reading books and watching whatever the fuck for years since I was a kid, yes, I would be geeking out just like them. I would be making the Flash sounds like Ezra did. Like, yes, definitely. That was freaking awesome. The Society of Snyder also. Oh, okay, first he asked, what is your predicted 2019 lineup for the DCEU? Do you have a favorite movie? Can you make me a Zaddy D-shirt? Yeah, you son of a bitch. Well, we'll see about that Zaddy shirt, but I don't know. Ugh, I don't know if I'll swallow my pride and make that shit. Predicted lineup for 2019: Batman, Flash. No, Flashpoint's supposed to be in 2020, apparently. I'm gonna say, well. Didn't they? Okay. We have Wonder Woman 2. I'm going to say the Batman and Suicide Squad 2. For sure. Right there. And of course, my favorite movie is going to be the Batman movie. Of course. Noah Metafella asks, what comic book or graphic novel would you like to see adapted to the big screen? The original Mask! That's right. You didn't see that one coming, did you? The original Mask comic book. The full-on graphic novel. Do that. It's, you know, I could name, you know, fucking Hush from Batman. Yeah, I've said that before. I would love to see that. I can name all that. I can name like a superhero movie, but no. I want to see, because a lot of people don't realize that, you know, that Jim Carrey Mask movie, yeah, it was great. I mean, it's great. I'll still watch it now. It was one of my favorite movies when I was younger, when it came out in 94 or whatever the fuck it was. But they cleaned it up. The original Mask is a killer, very R-rated, very graphic. Similar elements. Stanley Ipkiss finds a mask, turns him into a confident dude, but he's more of a killer. There's a lot of elements that are in that book that were in the Mask, like the balloon animals thing that was in there, but he actually killed the people. The auto guys, the mechanics, but he actually killed them. I mean, he literally shoved a muffler down one of the guys' throats. Like you see him dead with like a muffler in his throat, and the other guy's like chained up by one of those cherry picker machine, the engine cherry pickers, chained up with a chain running through his mouth. It is graphic. I want to see that shit. Remake the Mask the way it's supposed to be. That's what I'm talking about. Navin Praveen. Can you please pitch the idea, or what would you like to see in the upcoming DCEU slate, especially Flashpoint and Wonder Woman 2? Well, Wonder Woman 2, I want to see some Cheetah. Why not? I don't want to see Steve Trevor because that'll just fuck up that ending of Wonder Woman, as well as Batman vs Superman. Even though Flashpoint, I want them to do a good adaptation of it. I want all the players in there. That's why I just still think it's going to be more of a Justice League movie. Yeah. When it comes to upcoming DCU, I mean, we already got what we're getting. I mean, I wanted the Nightwing movie to start production like this month. Low-key fucking dark movie. Takes place at night. Just have Nightwing, just Dick going through some shit. Bloodhaven or something. I don't know. JD24 asks, Are there any good movie news sites that aren't biased towards Marvel and or Disney? Well, me. Screen Rant's pretty good. There's some out there that are pretty good. Even Heroic Hollywood, they're pretty good. It just seems like what they do is, since there seems to be more drama on the DC side, that they're gonna fucking post that and make it more dramatic just for the clicks, But Screen Rant, Andrew Dice of Screen Rant, he writes a lot of good articles talking about the DCEU. He really supports it. He does. Like, I follow him. He really does. So, that's a good site to do it. Would you like, let's see, David Caraballo asks, would you like to see the Nightwing film take a lot from the Rebirth series or go a little darker? Well, the Rebirth series can be pretty dark. I read the first couple of stories, and I dig them. I actually do dig them. And, I would like them to go dark. They don't have to go too dark. I mean, he's not like a super dark character, but, they could. And they could take a lot from the new Rebirth series. The new Rebirth series is pretty damn good. I mean, I pretty much think like the DCEU is taken heavily from either Rebirth or the New 52. I don't think they're going to really go. I mean, even though like Batman vs Superman was, Dark Knight Returns and Death of Superman, yeah, those old classic stories, that's fine. But when it comes to a lot of the other things, when it comes to like maybe some of the origin, because the origin for Wonder Woman is not normal origin for Wonder Woman, it's more New 52 origin, and that's totally fine because New 52 was great. And then now they're moving on to Rebirth, and Rebirth has been fucking great. God, I need to read more of the books, man. More of the books. Anyways, guys, well, that seems to be all the questions you have. Like I said, if you have a question for me, please feel free to just hashtag Film Junket Podcast and ask the question on my Twitter. It's just easier to find it out that way. So that's all we got for... There's probably something I missed, and if I missed your question, I apologize. Appreciate you guys listening. I'm going to probably get a SoundCloud going and get all the podcasts on there. So look forward to that, so you can just download, listen at your convenience, Anyways, guys, I love you. I love your face, your head, your ears, especially since I'm talking. And don't hate me. Don't hate me if you don't agree with me on certain things, guys. That's truly what is bad. I might have a different outlook on some politics, and stuff, and that's fine. You could disagree, but as long as we agree about our awesome superhero movies, that's great. Even though we might not agree with that either, but we can have civil discussions. That's all. That's what it's all about, And apparently, too, somebody was telling me that Campea spoofed me in one of his videos. I have since blocked the guy because he's very fucking strange. He's always been strange. He actually, he would send me like trailers or news of stuff that happened like 5 days earlier, and then like he gave me shit for not praising Wonder Woman more. And he said he took his wife there, and then a couple months later he said he was going to Comic-Con with his girlfriend, so obviously he was full of shit. He even said like, oh yeah, we got into Hall H by doing some elaborate, like something that you'd see like in a heist movie. It was really stupid. And then he said something that Joss Whedon said something that nobody mentioned, and then he said like, yeah, John Campea made fun of you. He made fun of you, spoofing you, calling you the film flunky. He had glasses and buck teeth, and I think he was just a troll, like a big time almost troll or something. I don't know, or just fucked in the head, and he was just trying to get a rise out of me because nobody else has showed that. But he said the video he took the video down like twice, and that just makes no sense. It was just kind of funny. It'd be flattering if Campia did that. If Campia were to make fun of me on his videos, that'd be fine. I would not care. I would laugh. I would actually like to have a civil discussion with Campia. As much as we all sometimes the shit that comes out of his mouth is dumb. And you know what's funny too is he's defended the DCU many times, and I commend him for that. There's other. I forgot one specific time where I even in a video I commended him for something. I forgot exactly what it was, but it's just the certain things, his attitude towards Gal Gadot and just the whole Ben Affleck thing, and these guys just wanting to basically be validated for hearing from their anonymous sources that Ben Affleck's going to be out, and they can't seem to just be like, okay, well maybe they were wrong. They can't admit to it. That's what pisses me off. When he starts just the verbal diarrhea about just shit. But there's been many times, and he considers Man of Steel a masterpiece. He really likes the Batman vs Superman Ultimate Cut. He loves that, or loves, whatever. So you got to commend him for those little things. He liked Wonder Woman. So he's not full on douchey, and I would laugh. I'd gladly, and I'll still make fun of him when he's wrong. Anybody, if the arrogance is what gets to me. I don't like the arrogance. It's like from Mr. Scoopy Pants. I don't like his arrogance, but sometimes he's right. He posted that Flashpoint image before Comic-Con, and sure enough, bam, look at that. And apparently recently he posted Darkseid, and then he posted Superman and Flash racing. So maybe we're going to get casting for Darkseid soon, and maybe we're going to get a movie where Superman and Flash. God, maybe that's going to be the first Flash movie. Superman and Flash racing, and then something happens. I don't know. Because there's a whole animated thing about that, or at least one of the episodes where they were racing and then something happened during while they were racing. I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. But I appreciate you listening. Hit that thumbs up, and like I said, I'll probably try to get a SoundCloud soon, so I'll post the links down below and buy some T-shirts. I'll post a store down below. You don't have to, but if you want to, there's also a sticker for that Snyder shit. There's a sticker. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Guys, 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 I'll talk to you later.